So Zeph, let me ask you, what are your top three principles in communicating with people?
Well, that's a great question, Tina, because I know I have three that I always bank on when I communicate with people, whether it's in person or out there networking. Networking online, social media. One of the things learned, and my mentors have taught me, is that know who you're talking to. Because everyone that you speak to probably has a different style of communication. And I've got some statistics here. So it's said that different people process communications differently. 10% of what they read, 20% of what they hear, 30% of what they see, and the combination of what they hear and see is 40%. So that's a huge thing because it's just, because I'm that kind of person too, audio and visual. So, I
Yes.
pay attention that way. And I have to know, in a way, I have to make an effort to know who I'm talking to. Sometimes it's true when you go out networking or you're meeting person first time, whether it's online or in person, it's hard to kind of gauge, right? What kind of personality they have or what kind of communication skills or styles they have. So I think one of the great things to do is just kind of like ask a little bit of a question, make a few questions, candid questions that you will ask people to just kind of get a feel of what their communication style is. So a good thing that I've studied in the past is I studied this Dr. Robert Rome's course or program called DIS, Personality Insight. So
Oh, yes.
yeah, according to him, there's four different basic personalities: dominant, inspiration, cautious, and sweet. So when I learned that course and learned about the four basic personalities, it does help me to go out there and go like, oh my God, that's one. I can't talk to her that way because she's very dominant. And I'll talk to the other one, and maybe she's a little bit sweet, and you can't go like, hello. So it's kind of important that we all know who we're talking to. It does help.
That made a lot of sense, and I could definitely relate. I've done the disc myself, and it's very important I've always learned to adapt to your style
Yes.
with the other person because we're all different and we communicate differently. And it's very interesting when you meet somebody, you make an impression. I think it's like 3 seconds. You're making a good impression or a bad impression. So very important to understand people's communication styles.
Second of all, be a good listener because at the end of the day, people don't really want to, hear what we have to say that much. Just, be a good listener to other people that you're talking to because it is important. With three, think before you speak because sometimes we all meet, people that we enjoy and like for the first time, and we all get excited, but we totally forget to, think before we speak because we just want to, oh my God, keep on talking, right? Because I can do that forever. But I think if we give ourselves a chance to think before we speak, we tend to deliver our message more effectively, and we're able to communicate and connect better with whoever that we're meeting for the first time. So it's kind of very important to do these three things, and I've learned it the hard way. Like I said, know who you're talking to, be a good listener, and also think before you speak because sometimes when you say it out loud, you cannot retract it. So always think before you speak, and you become more effective at connecting with people that way. And that's my three tips.
Very good. No, I definitely very valuable principles, and I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Definitely.